I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
Yeah, I decided to do another live stream. I meant to do this though last night, but but anyway, let me talk about Anton Daniels. Anton Daniels over here crying, y'all. So this is unfair use. It's unfair fair use. So let me go ahead and let's begin. Right? Let's begin right now. So um, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Let me pull this down. And this is when Anton need to understand a couple things. Anton, you supposed to be a conservative, right? Respect is earned. Conservatives love to preach the mantra that respect is earned, right? But you want the city of Detroit to respect you. Let's talk about this video. What you about to do? Let me see who's in the chat room. Shoe Shine Boy Daniels, right? What's going to Letitia? DOD going on with y'all. Let me go ahead and start this off real quick because I don't have all day. So I'm going to do this real quick. If y'all don't mind. So let's start the video off. The video is City of Detroit doesn't respect me. Why I didn't get the invite to Hudson opening. Hold on. Let me see what the chat room said. They don't care about no damn views. Oh, brother, get over yourself. Them people don't give a shit who you are. Those Hudson people don't know you. Super Sly 75. Shout out to Super Sly 75. The great black shark. The great black shark by the name of Super Sly 75 said, YouTube fame isn't real, buddy. Ouch. You know what? Hold on. Let me do this. You put a like on that. You put a like on that. YouTube fame is all there is now, bruh. Yeah, I had to like that one too. And finally, somebody said this right here, right? I'm gonna cut through the case. The invite was not extended for two reasons, in my opinion. One of those in charge of invites are not aware who you are, or two is what they like and don't care what you stand for. See, stop playing victim. Right. But let's go ahead and go up and let's begin the video about Mr. Anton Daniels, right? And this is on his other channel called, well, there you go.
Here in Metro Detroit. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate y'all for continuing to rock with me. I love coming out here by the water and praying. Prior to me heading into the studio, I'm actually waiting on them to pull up my car.
Wait a minute. You over there praying. Now, are you saying that you are a Christian? And you talking about, oh, I'm waiting for people to pull up with my car. Wait a minute. I thought Christians were supposed to be meek. I thought Christianity was supposed to teach people to be meek and be genteel. What you're doing is stunting. Vanity is a sin, Anton. Vanity is a sin. And you're flaunting your money that you inherited from your daddy. You ain't no hard worker. Just keep moving.
I recently crossed 1 million subscribers. I talked about it a little bit on my last vlog. And I had somebody that called me that I had known for a long time, but I haven't talked to in a long time. And you know, life just happens, you separate and they go their way, you go your way. And it's not that love is lost. It's more like y'all just living y'all own lives and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there and I'm kicking it with him on the phone.
Right.
And he's like, so what you about to do? What you about to, you know what I'm saying? What you about to get into? What's the word? What we doing, bro? We got to connect. We got to do this. We got to do that. And I was like, I'm about to get back to work. You know, I got this that I want to do.
Like, son Chaz, what you, see, that's the thing. What do you do, Anton? See, that should be the main question everybody should do. What do you do? What do you do, Anton? Instead of sitting on there on your ass all day, critiquing women all day, or buffooning buffooning on black people, stunting on black people. What do you do, Anton? You gotta explain that.
I want to grow to this number, and I want to do this, and I want to do that. And me hitting 1 million subscribers on the Anton Daniels channel was only the beginning. That's not where the goal is. You know what I'm saying? He's like, what you mean? And I said, once you reach certain milestones, in order for you to continue to have life, in order for you to have motivation, you got to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well,
if ads. Can't stand ads. Not the way ads.
Well, we're going to be over here, you know what I'm saying, doing what we do, and then we're going to do. And then I realized, like, it just hit me right then and there that most people, they like the look of it, they want it, but they don't actually want to do what it takes to get there. And that's why 99% of most people are just going to stay normal, or they're going to stay below average, and they'll never really get to the place that they're supposed to be based off of their talent. The Hudson's building got a grand opening. A lot of people not familiar with the Hudson's, but the Hudson's building, the Hudson site had been imploded, obviously because of the downturn of everything that was happening in Detroit since the 60s all the way up into the 2000s. And now we've kind of had a resurgence, right? A lot of investment, a lot of money, a lot of growth, 11 consecutive quarters of a budget surplus, and everything is going really, really well inside of the city.
Whoa, stop. Now, can I can I be political here for a minute? Detroit is run by who, Anton? I got to go political now. I'm nobody's shield. I want you to understand I am not a shield, but Anton, while you was cheerleading Donald Trump to go into Chicago, you was cheerleading Donald Trump to go into Memphis and going to these blue Democrat run cities. Who run Detroit? That's a surplus. You see, you talk about everybody else, but yet you won't talk about yours, Anton. I want y'all to know about that. You talk about everybody else, Anton, but you ain't talking about talking about what's so good about your city. Let's keep it moving.
And, so they rebuilt the Hudson's building. And then I'm also looking to possibly buy a spot at the top of the Hudson's building because it's like two sections. One section is like corporate, all of that type of stuff. And then the other section is like hotel. And then at the very top, it's going to be condos / residences, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't get an invite. And I don't understand that. How am I, right? Because now numbers matter. Now the numbers can speak for itself. And it's going to benefit me in some other ways. And so we're leveraging that. But here's my question. How do I not get an invite to the opening of the Hudson's? I had some people hit me up, and Rita was letting me know, and she's like, Anton, the Hudson's building is opening this and so on and so forth. I'm like, so what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to ask for an invite? Am I supposed to, because it's like the grand opening. It's like a really...
Then why are you complaining, Anton? Why are you complaining for? Because if you are getting something, Anton, if you want to be invited, it's like the Bible says, that Bible you claim that you supposed to read, right? Ask, and therefore you should receive. Anton. Make that make sense, Anton. But anyway, let's keep it moving, y'all. Let's keep it moving. You know what I
mean? Big deal down here in Detroit. It's like, how do I not get an invite? How do I not get contacted for all of these different things, considering, and this is just the truth, right? Now I can kind of pop my collar a little bit and talk about it, and y'all can let me know inside of the comments what y'all think about it. How do I not get an invite when I am literally doing more views than anybody inside of the city? It's funny because I put a...
Wait, views on what? Views on who? You got to clarify, Anton. What do you mean views?
Post up on Instagram, and I put a post up in the comments and the posts, on YouTube or whatever, and I'm like, yep, I'm the first person born, raised, and is still in the city to ever hit 1 million subscribers, and that's a big deal for us.
Wait a minute. You think that's a badge of honor, Anton? You think that's a badge of honor, Anton? Anton. Let's ask this question again. And let me pull this up real quick. Right? You think getting 1 million subs and being from Detroit, which is what the 5th largest city? Wait, what is Detroit? The 5th largest city? Okay. Los Angeles is the first. New York is the 1. Los Angeles 2. Chicago's 3. Houston is 4. I think Detroit is either 5th or 6th largest city in America. So wait a minute. So you think because you got 1 million subs and you from Detroit, that's supposed to mean something? You think that's supposed to mean something, huh? Anton. You're going to have to explain that. And yes, and DOD, you're right. They're not effing with Anton Daniels like that. Yeah. eh, Right, Femi. What? This is hilarious to me. This is hilarious to me. But anyway, let's keep it moving. Hold, stop. Uh-oh, George Golden said, as a the Detroit writer, I would like to apologize for Anton from coming from here. Yeah, I guess so, man. Yeah. But let's keep it moving.
Maybe not for y'all out there in LA, maybe y'all for not, in New York or Miami or whatever, where it's a lot of clout. But here in the city, it's a big deal to stay in the city because a lot of times we have a brain drain. And people are like, no, this person is from there and this person. No, they're not. No, they're not. They from South Lyon. They from, all over. They in Madison Heights. They all the way in Novi and all of that. They wasn't born here. They don't live here. Even DDG, right? Because I love DDG. I think he dope, and I celebrate him. First of all, he not here. He out there in LA, and he from Pontiac. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't even realize that, and this is no shade to nobody in particular. A lot of people don't realize that just because you from Michigan or just because you from the Detroit area, don't mean that you was born and raised in Detroit. Don't mean that you went to school in Detroit. And it don't mean that you even stand here in Detroit. A lot of people not even in Michigan.
Captain Obvious. I might be in Houston, therefore I wasn't born in Houston, and I might be in San Antonio, and I might not be. Bruh, who gives a damn? You're mad.
And so for me, it's a big deal because most people got to leave to get on. Most people got to dip out and get their clout elsewhere. And then it's like, oh, no, you from Detroit. No, you from Detroit. And all of this other stuff. No.
Hey, traders.
Yeah. Then we have an ad, and that's why I put the thing up because like you get ads. So
a lot of people get up out of here. And again, you got to do what you got to do in order to make it. So it's not what it is. But when it comes to actual real Detroiters and real people living in the city and real people that never left, never even left Michigan, but actually born and raised here. I went to Cass Tech, all of that stuff, that matters. And again, I'm trying to figure out, how do I not get an invite to one of the biggest openings in the city?
who cares, Anton? Who gives a fuck, Anton? Where you find this clip of Detroit? Go in the description box. He has a channel. He has another channel. He has another channel. It's in the description box. It should be link number one. Link number one. That's in the description box. But you talking about, and shout out to Uncut Underground. Shout out to the people on the Uncut Underground, because I wouldn't seen this if it wasn't Uncut Underground this Discord. I wouldn't find that over there. But anyway, this is funny right here, because you come in here talking about you are a Christian. You go up on over there, you talk about Charlie Kirk this, Charlie Kirk this. Charlie Kirk was a good Christian man, and you are a conservative, but you just did perform the act of vanity. That's one of the 7 deadly sins, vanity. You think that people are supposed to just put roses at your feet just because you're here? See, and this is also I'm gonna say something too, right? Now, you know what. Let me continue because there's something I want to say. I'm gonna continue.
I don't know, maybe 32 gigs or something like that. Yeah, right here. I'm right here on the corner of Grand River and Woodward. It's nice and vibrant. It's a lot of people out. Even with the weather the way that it is, it's pretty cool. So they recently put the GM sign on the building, and then there's a lot of other people that are going into the building right now. And it's a lot happening out here.
No, hold on. I want y'all to stop. Now he said he want to be celebrated. Notice all the people that pass him by. Notice everybody walked him by as if though he just some other person, a random. If you were such a famous person, Anton, those people who were crossing the street would have, hey Anton, what's going on? Give me some dap. None of those people knew who you were, Anton, and that's so funny about the shit. This is what's so funny. He thought that the city of Detroit was going to give him something because he's a big YouTuber, don't you know? Not everybody watch YouTube, especially black YouTube, right? Or on this side of YouTube, right? So you thinking that because you got a massive follow, you got a million subs, you think people are going to cheer you on the side of the street? Even the white folks don't even know who you were. Don't even care. They were saying, "Hi, Anton." Hi, Anton. Be quiet, Anton. Get out of here with that. Yeah. He probably said, yeah. They probably said, yeah. They probably got the hey Rick Ross or what you doing in Detroit? Oof. Call your boy Rick Ross, man. You're right. He looked like the alternative universe of Rick Ross. You know, these black conservatives are going to go catch a big surprise when the Christian nationalists and the white nationalists get start to merge. Oh man, listen, they already start merging, George. They already start merging. And I'm gonna say it right now. They're going after the Muslims first. They're going after the Muslims and the Arabs first. Then though they're gonna come for us. Well, they already going after the Hispanics, but Hispanics, Arab / Muslim, and then black people finally. I'm put it like that. But Negroes like Anton don't sit there and see that. But anyway, let's keep it moving.
So I love my city. A lot of people don't really understand what's going on here. It's a lot happening with the culture. It's a lot of people moving down here. I'm also considering in 2027 when it opens, moving into the Hudson's building, in which they have two of them, right? You have the main building that's corporate, and then you got the offices. And I've also even considered moving my studio into this, but I'm not really sure about the parking, so I'd have to figure that out and what the cost gonna be, because I'm pretty settled. I'd invested a lot of money into my studio. But next door, which is also attached to the Hudson's building, is going to be a hotel and residences. So a lot of people are considering it, but the one caveat, which I've seen with the Book Cadillac Hotel, which is right up the street, is having a hotel, and I'm not sure if they're gonna have separate entrances or all of that, but if I don't get an invite, I don't get to show you guys this stuff, because then I'd have to do it on my own, and I don't believe that I should. I believe that I got a lot going on, and I got a lot of motion and a lot of movement, and if I'm doing, well, on one platform, you know, on the Anton Daniels channel alone, we doing 80 million views a month, more than 80 million views a month. And then on the Millionaire Morning Show, we doing 5 to 6 million views a month and so forth.
Views on a website not owned by you. See, let's talk about ownership, right? Anton, like many black people, right? There's a difference between being wealthy and being rich. Anton does not understand that yet. As somebody who's supposed to be putting his fist on his cheek and watching women crash out and stuff, talk about values. Well, he doesn't understand his own value and the value to get into a certain location. See, Anton thinks that the inheritance that he has attained gives him insight about being wealthy. No. Wealthy requires absorbing money as you're owning the mechanism that generates money. You know what? I said it a better way. Wealth and wealthy, you generate money by what you own. YouTube is owned by somebody else with the cash apps, the super chats, the AdSense. You don't get it by yourself, Anton, because you on a host platform, not the platform of your making. And also, you know what? Let me just go ahead and say it. I say it. You know what? I'll say it because I'm going to repeat this though. Going to repeat this. You don't have any industry, Anton. Are you an executive? Now, since we talking about Detroit, right? No, delusional, right? Yes. You know what? I might change the title, right? I might change the title of this live stream. I might change that because Anton is delusional. Anton don't seem to understand that GM, Ford, and Chrysler is all in Detroit, right? So since he's all in Detroit, wouldn't he? The people who own the Hudson are probably people who probably run the big three automobile companies. Right. And let me say this too. Bridget is right. YouTube can snatch those funds when they want. Exactly. Notice he said, I got 1 million subs and I got this. YouTube can delete them subs, can take the Lord take it and the Lord give it, right? So YouTube can sit there and take it, can take his subs, can take his monetization if they want. And that's what Anton don't seem to understand. He can't grasp that concept.
I don't believe that I should, you know what I'm saying, have to ask for an invite or have to reach out to people. I believe that the people should be reaching out to me. No?
What? Nobody knows you, Anton. And how you got your money? You got it from your daddy, Anton. You inherited your money from your father, Anton. It's not like you built anything, Anton. Wait, stop it. Notice how Anton always want to talk about women this, the Western woman, the modern woman, and yes, the black woman. He always talking about how black women or women in general have a welfare state of mind. Have a welfare state of mind. I'm going to repeat that again for y'all. A welfare state of mind. So Anton just put out that his own mindset is he also have a welfare state of mind. He thinks, give me. He's telling the white people, He's telling the corporations, give me, just like the black woman who begs the government to give them Section 8 housing. Oh, the irony of this. It's the irony of what he just said. You got to explain this one, Anton. My God.
I don't know. You guys let me know. Still got put up to the hood. I don't come to the hood because I just like coming to the hood.
I don't come to the hood. I don't come to the hood. Hold on. We got to talk about that. Notice what he about to say.
I come to the hood because there's places that I need to come to the hood in order to do the things that I want to do. What's up, baby? Got to get the squid.
I don't want to come to the hood because of the hood. This should tell you he don't like you Negroes. He don't. I'm just tell you that right now. I don't come to the hood just to go to the hood. But like you begging a white man to get you a spot at the Hudson. Come on now, Anton. What does that make you sound like? Again, let's talk about it again. I'm gonna mention it again. If you was a woman, Anton, you would criticize yourself. If you was a woman, Anton, you would criticize your own black ass, because if you was a woman, you would said, "Oh, you looking for zaddy? You be begging for zaddy, and you got a welfare mindset." See, I have to say it again, but anyway, let's go ahead and continue to the end because I got some more things to talk about. We got a minute or two left.
Squeeze ketchup. Can't do that. I don't like the packets. I'm making it very easy on you.
You're making it easy for me logically.
No, I'm making
it difficult for me, like, in my life.
No, I'm making it easier for you in your life because, you know what I'm saying? I thank you guys for continuing to take this journey with me on a regular basis. I got so much planned for you guys to see, and I'm looking forward to vlogging every single day, or at least as much as I can. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.
Right. So we gonna go over here, right? Enough with Anton. Enough with Anton, right? We're gonna talk about what happened last night. Now I've been asleep, y'all. I've been asleep. But on Charlie Kirk's program, the vice president mentioned something, that there was an article on Political that had leaked out racist statements. But anyway, Vice President Vance got the neck. But anyway, you got assassinated last month. So JD Vance is kind of taking over the show. I mean, JD Vance, Vice President, has somewhat taken over Charlie Kirk's show. So this is what happens. And this is somewhat comical.
Do stupid things, especially young boys. They tell edgy, offensive jokes like that's what kids do. And I really don't want us to grow up in a country where a kid telling a stupid joke, telling a very offensive stupid joke, is cause to ruin their lives.
That's what kids do. Vice President J.D. Vance earlier today commenting again on a Politico story involving members of Young Republicans organizations and thousands of leaked messages where they're seen exchanging hate, racist, and homophobic texts. The vice president choosing there not to condemn the messages, instead dismissing it as, quote, what kids do, and that, quote, kids do stupid things, especially young boys. The organization in question is for Republicans between the ages of 18 and 40.
You know, the look on her face is comical. The look on her face is comical. Right, George. George. You're going ahead of me, George. You're going ahead of me because we're going to go to the website, George. We're going to go to the website, George. And here is the website. Here is the website, George, of the Young Republicans, right? So we're going to scroll down. Our history, and all this is in the links of the description box, by the way. The Young Republicans, YRs, I'm about to say YNs, but anyway, YRs are the oldest political youth organization in the United States, important to the growth of the Republican Party. The YRs reach out to registered Republicans 18 to 40. Do I need to say that again? 18 to 40 years of age, and provide them with better political knowledge and understanding of the issues of the day. The first Young Republican Club was established in 1856 in support of the newly formed Republican Party and the abolitionist movement. It was not until 1931 that the YRs were organized nationally. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and read all of this, but I want y'all to look at what it says. 18 to 40. Kids? What? Kids? Explain that. Now, again, I'm not going to spend all day on this. So we're going to go over here. Y'all, and all of this is in the description box, by the way. So this is from Political. Vance downplays group chat messages. Kids do stupid things, especially young boys. Wait a minute. So, wait a minute. I'm 40. I'm in my early 40s. JD Vance is in his early 40s, right? I'm in my early 40s. JD Vance has just turned 40. So, wait a minute. Kids, right? So we're kids now? JD Vance, Vice President JD Vance on Wednesday downplayed the bigoted messages in the Young Republicans group chats, suggesting they were nothing more than edgy, offensive jokes. Comments came in response to Political's exclusive reporting that a trove of telegram messages between young Republicans include state group leaders, at least one Trump official, a Trump administration staffer was rife with racist, anti-Semitic, and homophobic content, including jokes about gas chambers, slavery, and yes, the R word, right? But anyway, let's go over here real quick. Right? Let's go over here. Now, here is the article itself. I love Hitler. Leaked messages expose young Republicans racist chat. And here is the collage Everyone that votes no is going to the gas chamber. When you going to bring that side out? Also, we are officially under the consideration for a Trump endorsement. I'm ready to watch people burn now. We're giving nationals too much credit, expecting the Jew to be honest. Great. I love Hitler. Are you going to do what it takes? I'm going to the zoo if I want to watch monkey play ball. If we ever had a leak of this chat, we will be cooked for real, for real. When do we start bullying dude? Kick the bitch. And anyone who endorsed but then votes for us is going to the gas chamber. It was great. He also hates Jews. Boom, they're dead. They love watermelon people. What? They love watermelon people. What's going on, Pierre? What's going on? Yeah. I'm doing a double header today. This is the second half of the double header. Let's read some more, right? This girl is fully raped. Stay in the closet. You know what that word is, the F word for gay. So let's read this right here, y'all. Oh yeah, I'm about to buy this hat right here. I'm about to buy this gray hat right there. But anyway, let me scroll up right here. The leaders of the young Republican groups throughout the country worry about what happened if their Telegram chat ever got leaked, but they kept typing anyway. They referred to black people as monkeys and watermelon people and muse about putting their political opponents in gas chambers. They talk about graping their enemies and driving them to suicide, and laud Republicans who believe support slavery. William Hendricks, the Kansas Young Republican vice chair, used the words nigga and nigga, variants of a racial slur, more than a dozen times in the chat. Bobby Walker, the vice chair of the New York State Young Republicans at the time, referred to grape as epic. Peter Ganta, who was at the time the chair of the same organization, wrote in a message sent in June that everyone that votes no is going to the gas chamber. Ganta was referring to an upcoming vote on whether he should become chair of the Young Republican National Federation, the GOP's 15,000 member political organization for Republicans between 18 and 40. Wait a minute, I thought it was kids. JD Vance, I thought it was kids. So you telling me that I'm a kid? You say you a kid, JD Vance? So you say everybody who's so a kid, so childhood ends at 40? Childhood ends at 40, huh, JD? Anyway, let's keep it moving. I'm going to create some of the biggest psychological torture methods known to man. We only want true believers, he continued. 2 members of the chat responded. Everyone votes no is going to the gas chamber, and anyone that endorses then votes for us is going to the gas chamber. When do we start bullying, dude? We had 3 solid people who probably can have them want to jump. If they vote for us, why would they be gassed? When are we going to bring that side out? I'm going to create some of the greatest psychological torture known to man. Yeah, like I said before, in reply to if they're going, if they vote for us, why did they be gassing? We only want true believers. Can we fix the showers? The gas chambers don't fit the Hitler aesthetics. I'm ready to watch people burn now. We got to pretend. We got to pretend that we like them. Hey, come on in. Take a nice shower and relax. Boom, they're dead. Can we fix the showers? Yeah, okay. Yeah. They're saying all this, right? Let's scroll down a bit. Let's scroll down a bit. I'm ready to watch people burn now. Andy Katie, New York's national committee member, said. In exchange of a trove of Telegram chats attained by political and expanding more than 7 months of messages among young Republican leaders in New York, Kansas, Arizona, and Vermont, the chat offers an unfiltered look on how a new generation of GOP activists talk when they think no one is listening. Since a political began making inquiries, one member of the group chat is no longer employed at their job, and the other job offer was rescinded. Prominent New York Republican, including Elsie Stepnick, and State Senate Minority Leader Robert Ove had denounced the chat, and festering resentments among young Republicans have now turned into public recriminalizations, including allegations of character assassination and extortion. 2,900 pages of chats shared among a dozen millennial and Gen Z Republicans between early January and mid-August chronicled their campaign to seize control of the National Young Republican organization on a hardline pro-Donald Trump platform. And many of the chat members already work inside the government or party politics, and one serves as a state senator. Wait a minute, I thought it was kids. Hold on, kids ain't supposed to be no state senator. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Together, the message revealed revealed a culture where racist, anti-Semitic, and violent rhetoric circulate freely, and where Trump-era loosening of political norms has been made such talk feel less taboo among position themselves as the party's next leaders. And where is my medication? Oh, here it is. I'm gonna take me a cup full of this. The more the political atmosphere is open and liberating, it's like has been the emergence of Trump and the more right-wing GOP. Even before him, it opens up young people and older people to telling racist jokes, making racist commentaries in private and public. It's chilling, of course, because they will act on these views. And this is one of the guys right here. You know, this pudgy guy with the beard. Wait a minute, I thought he was a kid, JD Vance. I thought he was a kid, JD Vance. Anyway, the dynamic of easy racism and casual cruelty played out and often in a dark, vivid fashion inside chats where campaign talk and party gossip blurred into streams of slurs and violent fantasies. And you are not white. Stop it. Why you see? You know what? I'm gonna leave that alone. Y'all. The group chat members spoke freely about the pressures to cow to Trump to avoid being called a rhino, the love of Nazis within their party right wing, and the president alleged work to suppress documents relate to wealthy financier. Oh, 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 oh. I gotta read that again, y'all. I gotta read this paragraph again. The group chat members spoke freely about the pressures to cow to Trump to avoid being called a rhino, the love of Nazis within their right wing, the party's right wing, and the president's alleged work to suppress documents related to the wealthy financier Jeffrey Epstein's child sex crimes. Yeah. Okay. Trump's too busy burning the Epstein files. Alex Dreyer, the chair of the Kansas Young Republicans, wrote in one instance. Dreyer and Katie declined to comment. Margot and Hendricks did not return requests for comment. But some involved in the chat did respond publicly. Guyanta claimed the release of the chat is a part of a highly coordinated year-long character assassination led by Galvin Wax and the New York City Young Republican Club, in allusion to once obscure insular war that has spilled into the open. The logs were sourced, by the way, by extortion provided to political by the very same people conspired against me. Wait a minute. He said, but what most disheartened is that despite my unwavering support of Donald Trump since 2016, rogue members of his administration, including Gavin Wax, took part in this conspiracy to ruin me publicly simply because I challenged them privately. Wax, a staffer in Trump's State Department, formerly led the New York Young Republican Club, a separate city-based group that is at odds with the city organization, the New York State Young Republicans. He declined to comment. Despite his allusions to infighting, Guyanta still apologized. I am so sorry to those offended by the insensitive and excusable language found within more than 28,000 messages of private group chat that I created during my campaign to lead the Young Republicans. He said, while I take complete responsibility, I have had no way of verifying the accuracy, and I'm deeply concerned that the messages logged in question may have been doctored. What's up with all these team ads? But anyway, at least one person in the Telegram chat works in the Trump administration. Michael Bartes, who, according to his LinkedIn account, serves as a senior advisor in the general counsel within the Small Business Administration. Bartes did not have much to say in the chat, but he didn't offer any pushback against the offensive rhetoric in it either. He declined to comment. A notarized affidavit signed by Bartes and obtained by Political also sheds light on the inter-party rivalry that led to the Restore War Room Telegram chat that he made public. Bartes referenced Wax as well, and he wrote that he did not give Political to chat, and that Wax demanded in a phone call that he provided the full chat log. Now I'm not gonna read the whole thing, y'all, because it's getting, I just going to share this. A state senator was involved, in all of this. So yeah, y'all, yeah. So it's all this is in the description box, and yeah, call and Vice President Vance gonna say these are kids. What is this? Beverly Hills, 91210. With Lou Perry being 23 years old or something. Anyway, what did Anton did? Anton is blaming the city of Detroit for not inviting him, or I should say, not inviting him at this fancy place in Detroit. Yeah, that's what Anton is complaining about. He said they are disrespecting me. He said that, yeah, Carmelo, right. Carmelo Anthony is a kid, right. But anyway, I'm going to end this live stream. I'm going to take me some rest right now. I'm going to give me some eat, give me some rest. This concludes my my double header for today. I'm going to sleep, y'all. So I'll see you next time. Check the links in the description box so y'all can see this for yourselves. So y'all can see this for yourselves, y'all. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.